Guys, I've got something to admit.
What is it?
This format, I've been playing hella Red Blue Ace.
Dude,
Oh my
what the
God,
fuck? Are you
bro.
kidding me right now?
What is your problem?
I
You're supposed to
know.
be playing
I
freaking
didn't
Luffy.
even
know,
talk to
I-
you.
What the hell is this? OP15 Luffy Cope at June Reverie. That's me. Smash some Enel with this. The hell? It's a Monday. What's up, y'all? Mini Real Joshua here. And before we get started with anything, let's just get right into this deck list. So first, we're on our Perfect Curve shenanigans. So we have the triple ramp package of both Inuarashi and the Bonclay. This makes it so that we can ramp into our top end as early as the third turn, especially if it's the Katakuri. For our 2K package, we have the standard Usohachi and Sanji. Of course, this is a late game finisher and a desperate blocker. But then for our third 2K, we're actually using the Kamazo here. The Kamazo takes advantage of our Dawn minus effects to KO 2 costs or less. So that's really good into decks like Nami, who plays the girl out. It's good into Lucy, which plays out the Rebecca blocker, and it's good against Enel because he spams a bunch of priests. A bit new to the party, we have the EB3 Charlotte Linlin. If you ramp with the Bonclay to go to 5, you can play this for 7 and ramp to 8, which basically guarantees you 10 Dawn on the 4th turn while only using 1 leader ability. And as usual, we have the 7 cost Russian Rest Sanji, we have the 8 cost Katakuri for a great blocker, we have Linlin to bot deck the Cavendish, and if that Cavendish can't be removed, we also have the Luffy that can just swing 10 right into it. Moving on to the events, we have the Divine Departure. I think power reduction is really good right now, as well as the Mamaragan. It's a great rester to pair with the Usohachi. And early game, it's a good cycle against decks that like to go super aggressive into you. And last but not least, we have Gum Gum Giant. This is the greatest counter event in the game, and it's type blocks to us. All right, no other cards to talk about. Let's just get right into the games. All right, let's start with a stress test. Red, blue, ace. We still want a triple ramp, but the rotation helps us out a bit. Ace loses Red Rock, Pudding, Round Table, and 9-gate. Red Rock was especially good against Kata. However, the Marco Jozu Newgate curve is still strong. Even with Magellan gone, we still want to go first. That's because the secret MVP is the dog. If you watched my OP13 video, you're already familiar with what this does. All right, take first because I'm an absolute gamer. Ramp 1 Dawn, swing 6, and then ramp with the dog. The dog KOs the Garp, and it prevents the Jozu turn unless they give up the Marco turn. You already know I ramped into the Kata because I got the Mandate of Heaven. He swings back, but you know we got the 2K. And the Marco on schedule. Ramp again, drop the Kata because I'm a Giga Chad. As planned, he can only drop 1 Yama. Pokes me with the Marco because he stressed the fuck out. We got the Katakuri on board, so we just take the free block. Hit him with the 8, then Mog him with the 9 Luffy, which forces 3 cards, so he doesn't lose 2 life this turn. His turn, he drops a Zoro instead of a Newgate. I want to kill the Yamato, and he left the Marco standing, and he only has 5 cards. Don't want to let him draw 3. Let's put Marco in his life. No blocker, so I kill the Yama for free, then put him down to 2 life. He finally drops the Newgate, but I have no counter. Gonna have to take both of these swings. Even after healing, I'm going down to 1 life. Where the hell is my Gum Gum Giant? Pass back to him, and the Newgate is live. Oh wait, there's a Zoro rested. From my hand earlier, I think you know what's about to happen. We're gonna get in there. Ponder my turn a bit, because I'm pensive AF. Hit him with the Divine Departure like a G. Swing the dog, kill the Zoro. Swing 6, get a 2K. Swing 8, get 2 cards. Swing 9, get the block. Swing 10, he goes down to 1. And for insult to injury, I just dropped the Bonclay right after. It can copy the Newgate next turn. 1 life, only 1 Newgate. I'm pretty sure this game is in the bag. What can he possibly do? God damn it! 5 cards in my hand, I had to block with the Kata. God, this no giant is kicking my ass. I only have 2 2Ks. He swung the Newgate and killed it. I think this is the final turn. 5 cards, 1 Dawn up, 8K leader, 1 Uda blocker, 1 brick in life. What to do here? Alright, we're gonna start with a swing 10 to life just to see if we can bait out this event. Oh, looks like he has another one, so he's gonna do the leader ability and then a 1K. He's already down to 3 cards here. So I'm thinking, should I start putting more Dawn or drop this Sanji? But you already know that we're just going to drop this Sanji because this Uda blocker cannot get him out of an attack. Dawn -1, that's going to come up. Rest the Uda and then attach 1 more to the Big Mom. This makes it so that he either has to give me the event or take the life. And he gives me the event. Now we ramp because we Dawn -1, put 3 on the Sanji, go 10, and then now we just can't get out of this. Hell yeah. Wow, what a game. Time for OP15 Purple Enel. Purple Enel is basically the perfect embodiment of a modern purple. Great early game, plus tools to finish the late game, and on top of that, all of the Dawn minuses are basically negligible. It's the best purple deck of OP5 versus the best purple deck of OP15. Alright, let's get this game started. I always like to take the first curve here, because...
At that moment, Venom TCG initiated a binding vow. In exchange for listing the genes from this fit pick on Grailed, he made it so that the sacrificial exchange guaranteed he mulliganed an opening hand, with 3 cards that are all good against the purple Enel early game. This is a bargaining-based curse technique that trades his wardrobe for superstitious luck.
Alright, Enel drops Satori here, that's pretty standard. He has 1 other Dawn up, it would really suck if he can also summon out. Okay, damn, 2 priests. I have to develop the Kamazo here. We want to use the Dawn minus effect on Kamazo as much as possible. And this works really well with the 7 Sanji, because the 7 Sanji can rest in character, attack immediately, and use the Dawn minus for the Kamazo effect. He already has Ohm on the field, and he can start attacking this turn. It would be really insane if he also got the... He starts threatening the double attack, but it's great we opened with a Mamaragan to cycle through the deck early. I countered to keep my life healthy because, yeah, he's showing me double attack, and you really don't want to take that much damage until after your second ramp. Alright, back to us. We drop the Sanji here to rest the Holy so we can attack into it, and then use the effect to kill the Ohm. After that, we can just kill the rest of Satori with a simple swing. This is great. Now that my board is looking wide, it's probably more favorable for him to drop. For this next turn, I swing 5 twice. He keeps his blocker standing because all he really has to do is block the final one. Blocking the final attack plays around a potential divine departure if he blocks too early. In this case, I actually leave the Sanji up as active because I know if he drops another blocker, I can't counter out of a 14k, and I really want it to stay alive. Looks like he drops another Enel. It's good I kept my Sanji active. He's gonna swing 6k at the Kamazo here just to try to kill it for cheap. I'm actually going to give him a 2k here because I want to make it so that if he wants to kill this Kamazo, he's going to have to put his blocker sideways. Putting me down to 1 life here tells me he wants to close out the game pretty soon. God, where is my Gum Gum Giant?
At that moment, Venom TCG initiated his second binding vow. In exchange for listing the pants from this fit pick on Grailed, he made it so that he is Divine Departure in hand the minute the first Enel is rested.
After killing the blocker with Divine Departure, I put the cherry on top with a little Bon Clay. Being able to copy a 10k puts a lot of pressure on them to have an answer, especially since he's been countering some of my swings with events.
At that moment, Venom TCG initiated his final binding vow. In exchange for listing this vintage bait polo on Grailed, he made it so that the Enel doesn't deep draw into the second freeze event, nor are cost increasing events for his blocker.
He just killed my damn Sanji. It was actually kind of a saving grace he decided to use his Enel swing on my Sanji. He wasn't able to find the second freezer for the Bon Clay, and I just took the free block for the Kata. At that point, lethal here is like riding a bike. We can use our other Sanji in hand to rest his blocker because he didn't cost plus it. First, since he has 4 cards in hand, we check with a 7. Since he's down to 2 cards, then a 9 should theoretically hit no matter what unless he has a Mamaragan. Looks like the 9 hit. Theoretically, he should not be able to get out of a 13 even if that last card in life is a 2k. And there we go. Wow, what a close game. Why don't we finish this off with Yellow Luffy, the Sky Island one. If Purple Enel is the modern version of Purple, then that means Yellow Luffy is basically like you from another dimension. They have their own Luffy Taro in the form of Nico Robin. They have their own Secret Searcher, but it's 5 cost. And on top of all of that, they like stole our whole swag. Their alt art leader has the entire crew on it. That was our thing. All right, enough whining. Let's get into the Yellow Luffy matchup. All right, let's see if we're not washed. This hand is nothing short of the classic triple ramp. What's great about this hand is that I also drew the 7C Linlin, so I can ramp to 10 Dawn on turn 4 while only taking 1 life. Wait a minute, that's just Polly. Here's the 6 Dawn turn, and I totally forgot this wiper card exists, which is the perfect counter for Bon Clay here. Damn. Pass back to me, I'm at a comfortable 10. So I drop my own Rusher Luffy to punch his face down as much as I can. The end times are upon me. He drops the Robin into the Luffy and starts starving me. I try to make my Linlin eat as many swings as possible so I can get maximum swings at his life. I can't fight for board against him anyways. Punch him in the face again and then drop my 9 Mom. This card is actually really interesting in this matchup. Since he doesn't want to lose board presence, the Luffy has to take his life instead of letting his character leave the field. In a sense, healing yourself by 1 and then making your opponent take 1 life, this just means 9 Mom is Boa Hancock. Yellow Luffy's at 10, so he drops the Enel to heal 1 and kill my Luffy. Unfortunately, he starved me earlier, so I can't save it no matter what. Even if I use Divine Departure here, the 5C Luffy has not yet swung, so it would just get higher. Alright, back to me. I'm somehow at 5 life, but look at this board of characters. This is my only window to win right now. If he heals the next turn, I'm screwed. But if I split my Dawn incorrectly, I lose. I just don't think I have any answer to this type of permanent board presence. God, I can't believe Yellow Luffy got most of his good characters in the same set. Purple Luffy had to wait 3 sets for Luffy Taro. Yellow Luffy came out with a broken secret rare. What even was the OP15 secret rare? Moving on to the events, we have the Divine Departure. I think power reduction is really good right now. As Purple, you are a jack of all trades and a master of none. As a Purple Luffy, you are yesterday's chosen one. Decks nowadays can ramp better, they can rush better, they can heal better, they can block better, they can rest better, they can even go wide better. But one thing that Bandai has yet to print for anybody else is a card that lets you take an additional turn. Do you ever wonder why the leader ability specifies 0 Dawn? Wow, what a closer. I'm glad all of you guys can join me on probably the video I put the most work in yet. Now, only one question remains. Will I take Mono Purple Luffy to the Los Angeles Regional? What?